Tide Baskin Beach rents their paddle boats by the hour. In order to reserve the two-person boat online, you must also pay the park entrance fee for two people. So here's a chart of the fees you're going to pay. And this is the number of hours you rented the paddle boats. And this is the total cost in dollars. So for 2 hours, you're going to pay $24. 5 hours, you're going to pay $45. 7 hours, you're going to pay $59. And those fees include the park entrance fee, all right? If X hours were graphed on the horizontal axis and the cost Y was graphed on the vertical axis, what would be the equation of the graph? Okay, and we have four choices here. Okay, well, let's start graphing those points. After 2 hours, you're $24. So come over here to 2 and go up almost to the 25 mark. Okay, at 5 hours, you're at $45. Come over here to 5 and go up here halfway between 40 and 50. There's 45, and then 7 hours, you're almost at the top of the graph here at 60. So 7 go all the way almost up to the top, okay? Now, if you think about these 2 points, this point and this point, okay? How far did you rise from what? From 45 up to 59. How far did you go when you went up from 45 to 59? What's the difference in those? And then you went over from 5 hours to 7 hours. Well, that's pretty easy. You went over 2 hours here. Went over 2 hours from 5 to 7. And when you subtract 45 from 59, you got 14. Okay? Now that's 14 for 2 hours. $14 difference for 2 hours. How much for 1 hour? For 1 hour, you're at 7, aren't you? Okay, so it's 7 to 1, and that we call that the slope. The rise is 7. Every hour you run, you change 7. $7 is the cost per hour for the boat. All right? All right, so if 5 is at 45, how much are you going to be at 4? Well, you've got to take away 7 from 45, don't you? What's 45 minus 7? 38. So at 4 hours, we come up here to 38, almost up to 40. Okay? All right, 4 for 38. 3, you got to take away 7 from 38. It's going to be what? 31. So at 3 hours, you're a little over 30 here. 3 hours, this is 3 hours, little over 30. And then 2 hours, of course, is 24, because that was one of our points. Take away 7 from 24, and you can figure out what it would be for 1 hour. 24 minus 7 is 17. So 1 hour, you're at 17, little under 20. And then you can figure out for 0 hours, take away 7 from 17. And that means if you never rented the boat at all, you'd still have to pay $10. Okay, that's your starting point. If you never rented the boat, if you rented it for 0 hours, you still pay $10. What's the $10 for? Well, that's for your friend and you to get into the park. Okay, that's your starting point. That's your y-intercept, isn't it? Huh? The point 0, 10. The park fee is your y-intercept, where it intercepts the y-axis here. All right? So we want to pick the point that has a slope of 7, the line that has a slope of 7, or the equation has a slope of 7 and an intercept 0, 10. Which one of these four does that? Well, this has a slope of 7, this has a slope of 7, this has a slope of 7. This has a slope of 1/7, so we eliminate that one. And then I want to start off at 0, 10. Which one of these has 0, 10? You would pick C.